Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Freeman Motorsports. I'm your host, Jack Freeman, and tonight we're about to get the green flag for the T Sports 200 at IRP for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series to begin the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series playoffs. A 10-race sprint to the finish of the NASCAR Truck Series season, starting with 10 cars but narrowing down to 4 at the season finale at Phoenix. We'll go through our starting order real quick as the opening pace laps are underway. We're going to be getting the green flag here shortly. On pole, you have John Nemechek to his outside. Chandler Smith, KBM, sweeps the front row. And then in third place, Christian Eckes. Then the other KBM truck of Corey Heim rounds out your top 4. He's your first non-playoff competitor in the qualifying order. How you doing, Eric? Then in your top 5, you have Infinger. And his outside, Ty Majeski. Then Carson Osvar and Stuart Friesen round out row 4. And row 5, it's Ben Rhodes and Derek Kraus. Derek Kraus missed out on the playoffs last weekend in Pocono, but he's looking to keep his momentum alive. He's really picked up this summer, consistently running inside the top 10. Then in row 6, you have Tyler Ankrum, and his outside, Colby Howard, who had a solid qualifying effort. Then in row 7, Taylor Gray and Tanner Gray. In row 8, Johnny Sauter and Matt Crafton. Matt Crafton, one of your playoff drivers who's starting a little farther back in the pack. He's going to be looking to make his way forward. Then in row 9, you have Haley Deegan and Matt DiBenedetto. Two big names starting about in the mid-pack. We'll see how they work their way forward. Then rounding out your top 10 rows, Jack Wood and Austin Wayne Self. In 21st, you have Zane Smith and his outside Lawless Allen. But Zane Smith, a pretty bad qualifying effort for the regular season champion. He's got quite the big hole to dig himself out of here early on in the playoffs. In row 12, you have Lane Riggs and Jake Garcia. In row 13, Dean Thompson and Blaine Perkins. In row 14, Kaz Gralla and Chris Wright. And then in your top 15, Spencer Boyd and Chad Chastain. That's a name right there. Then in row 16, you have Timmy Hill and his outside Blake Leviathan. And then you have quite a few cars that are going to the back here. These are all rounding out your field. Chase Purdy and Chris Acker. Then you have Josh Raum and Jesse Little. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Your picks are the 51.99 and the 13. Those are all pretty solid picks right there. I think all those guys are going to be in the mix. Lights are out on the pace truck, so you know what that means. We're about to get the green flag here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. The Truck Series is back at IRP. 15 of the 17 races of the 17 races ran here, 15 of them, the winner has come from the top 5. So track position is key. The guys that start up front tend to stay out front. But the green flag's out in the air for the T-Sport 200 at IRP. It's Nemechek on the inside, Chandler Smith on the outside. Green flag waves. Chandler Smith spins the tires just a bit. That's going to allow the Ford truck to jump out to the lead. The 98 goes down low to try and clear the 18 for second place as they come off of turn 2. The 18 has the run off the high side. Him and the 98 are side by side for second down the back straightaway. But Nemechek's already cleared by trunk length through 3 and 4. Eckes is going to slide up into third place in 3 and 4. We've got quite the battle going on in the mid-pack. I have never seen a race at IRP before, but wow, you got some great racing here on this restart. It's tight and narrow, but you got guys from all the way up top, all the way down low, using every groove available. But your top 2 have already broken away by about a half a second over third place Eckes, who's under attack from Grant Infinger. Grant Infinger trying to get underneath the 98 as they come off of turn 4, and Infinger is just going to clear or not clear Eckes for that spot, but he's got the track position, and he's going to be able to outbreak him going into turn 1. Infinger's up to third place. Hocevar's battling Corey Heim for 5th right now. Heim slipping back after starting in 4th. He's back to 6th place as Hocevar's going to go by him. And Hocevar trying to get underneath Eckes as well now. Eckes is also fading on this restart. Hocevar looks really strong on the bottom right here early. But wow, a lot of guys are really fighting these trucks off a corner exit. They are sideways off corner exit. Your top 10, though, after a couple laps, Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Infinger, Hocevar, Heim, Friesen, Majeski, Rhodes, and Derek Kraus hangs on to the last spot inside the top 10. Stage 1 is 60 laps. Already 5 laps complete. These laps are flying by. Whoa, Crafton was really sideways there off a turn 4. A lot of pressure on his bumper from the 25 and the 38. Crafton has slipped back. Crafton started in 15th place. He's back to 19th, and he's under pressure from Zane Smith. Zane Smith already made up about 3 spots since the race start. But Matt Crafton is really fighting that truck right now. He cannot put the power down. That is not good for Matt. He's really going to be waiting for that first caution so that way he can make some adjustments on pit road, that's for sure. I'll check up on the chat once we get to that first commercial break or first caution, just so you guys know. But right now, Friesen's battling with Christian Eckes for 5th place. Friesen moving forward. And Eckes is dropping back. Eckes and Corey Heim have really fallen off here early on. Both those guys started inside the top 4 and have dropped outside of the top 5. Meanwhile, at the front, Chandler Smith is looking low on John Hunter Nemechek. Chandler Smith has got some extra time at this racetrack today. Chandler Smith competed in and won the ARCA race just about an hour before this race started. So Chandler Smith knows how to get it done here at IRP, and he's looking underneath his teammate for the lead as they go down the back straightaway. Into turn 3 they go. 18 goes down real low. He's going to try and pull off the slider. Not quite clear that time by, but that 18 car truck definitely has some pace in it. Is definitely a bit faster than his teammate right now. Meanwhile, Grant Infinger's having a really strong run in 3rd place so far. He's closing in on these top 2 right now, actually. And Corey Heim's is battling with Eckes still for that 6th spot, a little farther back in the pack. And now he's going to have that pass done as they come off of turn 4. Heim's up to 6th place. But the caution is out. Caution is out on lap number 9. Caution is out. Whoa, and 33 and the 12 have made significant damage there. Spencer Boyd and Josh Rayom, both those guys have. That is a lot of damage to the 12 and the 33 right there, ladies and gents. Both those guys are running way back in the pack. I'm not sure what happened. It looks like the 33 has either backed it into the wall or we got a camera view here. So it looks like Josh Rayum in the 33 truck went way down low to try and slide up underneath the 12 and gets hooked across the front of the 12, and they both go into the outside wall. And the 12 is up in flames. Big flames coming out of the hood of that 12 truck. He's trying to get out of there. Safety crew's got to get on the spot now to try and put out this fire, but this truck is going up in smoke right now, ladies and gents. That is a tough luck there for Spencer Boyd. Truck is still up in flames big time. Oh, that's going to be costing a lot of money for that little team taking out a truck that early in the going. Safety crew still trying to put out that fire. Now they've got some more, they got a bigger fire extinguisher on the scene. Tough run here, tough luck here early. Now, early caution here for the 33 and the 12 truck getting together going into turn 1. Both those guys are going to roll at least the 12 trucks out of the race. 33 was heavy damage as well. Nemechek has led every lap so far, but just before caution, Chandler Smith was catching up to the bumper of that 4 truck. Also, the 23 not lagging too far behind. Stuart Friesen was a truck on the move, as well as Zane Smith has picked up a couple spots from his poor starting position. With somebody losing track position here early, Christian Eckes dropped all the way from 3rd to 7th here in the early going backwards. Corey Heim also lost a couple spots as well near the front. Matt Crafton, though, also really struggling. He's dropped all the way from 15th to 22nd here early. Meanwhile, though, the stages, I believe, are split 60, 60, 80 here, so pretty even in terms of distance. Checking up on the chat now. How are y'all doing? Hello, Ball. How are you doing? It's good to see you back in the chat. Congrats on being able to watch the race on your TV over in the UK. Yeah, it looks like you're saying the fuel pump broke on that one, Mark's saying. It happened in the ARCA race, too. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember, there's a big fire in the ARCA race, and now there's a big fire here in the truck race. We don't really see that many fires nowadays, especially in the Cup Series. Freeman Motors, well, it is getting dark already, but it's already 9 o'clock, or I believe it's 8 o'clock in terms of local time to the racetrack. But, yeah, it's pretty late already. This race is starting pretty late at Freeman Motorsports. I know I saw that. I'm really interested to see how Daniel does in that 26 car at the Indy Road Course. Also, I just like to see a couple more cars in the field. I mean, we only see 36 cars now, and basically every weekend. I mean, the field has shrunk so much from the 43 cars about 10 years ago, now down to only 36 basically on a regular basis. It makes being in the top 30 in points just such a bare minimum requirement. I feel like it should be top 25. Yeah, a Ball. Been busy the last few weeks, but I'm back with a vengeance. All right. I get your joke, Ball. I get your joke. Also, guys, just so you know, I will not be live tomorrow for the Xfinity race or the IndyCar race, but I will be live on Sunday for the truck race, for the Cup race. Oh boy. Yeah, I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be live on Sunday. Yeah, their time's 8:18. Eric, you're saying Carson Osawara was the best driver you ever saw when you raced him when you were 13? Well, I guess you got that first-hand experience. We'll see how he does tonight. He looks like he was moving forward here early. Yeah, we got to keep our tabs on all these playoff guys right now. All playoff drivers near the front. Your top 9, all playoff drivers. Wait, hold up. Oh, these playoffs things are messed up. Well, your top... Oh, it looked like it was raining at the racetrack for a second, but it was just the poor lighting. That's really weird. That was tripping. Anyways. Your top 5 all playoff contenders, and 8 out of your top 10 are playoff drivers. Then the other guys are running 11th, 17th, and 22nd. Or, oops, not 11th. I keep forgetting. Taylor Gray. Also, you guys, you see the P's next to their name on the leaderboard. That symbolizes playoffs, but it also has the owner points playoffs as well. So, like the 17, Taylor Gray, is not in the playoffs for the truck series in terms of drivers, but in terms of owner points, that 17 truck is in it. McCrafton right now is the driver who I definitely have to be concerned about if you're worried about playoffs. The guy had only 1 playoff point coming in to the playoffs, so he was already in a hole, and now he is running outside the top 20, and it doesn't look like that truck's going forward anytime soon. That 88 truck is really struggling. He's got to be hoping some other playoff guys have issues, so that way it doesn't come out tonight in too big of a hole. Yeah, Ball. This track is actually, well, SRX, I believe, raced here last year. No, I can't totally remember. I think the SRX raced here last year, if you know what the SRX is. But yeah, and the truck series used to race here, but I don't think they've raced here in at least, I think, 5 or 6 years. Yeah, Carson's the best driver to not have a win in the truck series. You're probably right about that one, Mark. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though, so far, ladies and gents. But now the choose cone's coming up. And the choose cone will definitely play a big factor because track position is key. And yeah, there doesn't seem like anybody's going to be trying to switch anything up too much with the choose cone for now. Oh, oops. We're trying to. There we go. We got the viewers now back up in the top left-hand corner. But it's going to be Nemechek on the low side, Chandler Smith on the high side. Interesting. We'll see which line prevails this time. Last time, Nemechek was able to get it done on the low side. Will he be able to pull it off again? Chandler Smith was gaining on him on the green flag run as time went on. We'll see how he does on this restart. Last time on the initial restart, the 18 truck kind of spun the tires, allowed the 4 truck to jump out there. So we're going to hit the green flag next time around. That'll be with 38 to go in stage 1. Mark, you're saying, oh yeah, Camping World is going to be leaving the Truck Series next year, and yeah, I do think the Craftsman Truck Series will be the new truck sponsor. I think that's got to be the clear choice there. It doesn't seem like anybody's really going to compete with them for that. I did not see the NASCAR documentary. Are you talking about the TV show coming up? Because I am interested in the NASCAR TV show, kind of similar to Drive to Survive. I think that'll be really good. But here they come off of turn 4. Green flag in the air. Nemechek down low. Chandler Smith up high. And the 4 truck gets the jump down low once again. And Hocevar goes down really low to try and clear the 18. Really has to check up. He went down there a bit too low. And Chandler Smith's going to be able to get the spot back on the high side down the back straightaway. Hocevar will slide into 3rd place, though. But now you have Infinger in 4th. Who's going to lose some ground on the high side there off of turn 4. And Stuart Friesen's going to try to slide up. Nope, not quite. So he's still battling Grant Infinger for 4th place right now. Infinger versus Friesen side by side for 4th place through 1 and 2. Back in the pack, though, they're 3 wide. And it's 38 to go in stage 1. But it's Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Hocevar, Friesen, your top 5. A lap after the restart. Zane Smith continuing to move forward. He's getting by Colby Howard for 15th. He works his way now into the top 15 for the first time tonight. He's on the low side of 3 wide through 1 and 2, having to make some really aggressive moves on these restarts. This is one of the only times you can pass at this track. That's the one knock on this track, is it is pretty hard to pass. But right now it seems like that is not the case, as guys are making all sorts of moves on these restarts. Now this is 24 laps complete here at IRP. Christian Eckes going by Ty Majeski for 8th place. And Zane Smith is continuing his charge forward. He's up to 13th. He's trying to get up into the top 10 here before the end of the stage, try to pick up some stage points. But meanwhile, Nemechek's still out front. Chandler Smith, though, reeling him in once again. I think that 18 truck's definitely better on the long run than the 4 truck. We'll have to see, though. Can the 18 take the lead from the 4 truck for the first time tonight? And the 18's running a bit of a lower line off corner exit, so that way he can get some cleaner on the nose of that truck. Meanwhile, Hocevar's trying to hold up a train of trucks behind him. Friesen's right on his bumper, as well as Infinger and Heim. And Friesen's going to be able to get to the inside of the 42 through 3 and 4. Is Friesen going to be able to get by Hocevar for 3rd place? Not this time. But he's going to be up his inside as they go down the front straightaway. Maybe he'll be able to set up a pass here in 1 and 2. The 52 truck's going to go down low. The 52's a bit tight there in 1 and 2. That's going to allow the 42 to clear him for now. But Friesen definitely has a bit more pace than Hocevar here. Infinger also entering this battle. Infinger thinking about making it 3 wide in the middle there for a second. He's going to back out of it. But Friesen's still trying to work over Carson Hocevar. If Hocevar can hold off Friesen long enough, that'll really help him, because meanwhile, Friesen's using up his tires as he's trying to battle by Hocevar down low. And Hocevar is going to be able to keep that position for now. Now, Infinger's giving the pressure to Friesen. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, Nemechek has actually been able to put a bit of ground between him and Chandler Smith. I wonder if Chandler Smith used up his stuff when he was trying to chase down Nemechek earlier in the run. Meanwhile, we were only able to get about 10 green flag laps in that first run. We'll have to see if we have a longer run here, if lap traffic will play a factor. Already, these leaders are going to have the tail end of the field in their sights. This is a short track, ladies and gents. And the caution's down again, and it's the 33 truck. The 33 truck of Josh Rayum is around. That truck already had a lot of damage from the earlier incident between him and Spencer Boyd, and I wouldn't be surprised if he parks it after this one. We'll have to see if he got any help or if that thing just went around on its own. I'm sure that thing's not handling like how it's supposed to after all the damage it's gotten earlier. Caution's out again. But now we're halfway through stage 1, ladies and gents. We'll get an update here on your entire running order here in just a second. Appreciate it, though, if you guys drop the like button and hit subscribe. We've already gotten 1 new subscriber, guys. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe. Up to 8 likes. Can we get up to 10 likes? I'd appreciate it, guys. Yeah, now we'll go update on the running order. It's Nemechek, Smith, Hocevar, Friesen, Infinger, your top 5. Then Heim, Rhodes, Eckes, Kraus, and Majeski, your top 10. Majeski starting to slip back here a little bit. Then it's Ankrum. Zane Smith has really charged forward. He's up to 12th place, and I think he's going to be able to work his way into the top 10 before the end of the stage. That bad qualifying run gave people a scare, but I think he's going to be able to regroup and get solid points today. He's got so many playoff points, and it's only the first round of playoffs. He really just has to make sure he finishes inside the top 10, top 15 each week to keep himself above the cutoff line. But then behind him, you have Taylor Gray, Colby Howard, and Tanner Gray, your top 15. Then Austin Wayne Self, Johnny Sauter making another truck start, DiBenedetto, Deegan, and Lane Riggs, your top 20. Then Purdy, Thompson, Gralla, Allen, Perkins, your top 25. Hill, Wood, Wright, Hacker, Chastain, your top 30. And then you have Crafton all the way back in 31st. I would not be surprised if Crafton decides to hit pit road under this caution. I mean, he just keeps dropping farther and farther back. Then you have Jesse Little and Blake Leviathan. And Jake Garcia is 1 lap down. Then Josh Rayum is 6 laps down. I assume that he has gone behind the garage at this point. And Spencer Boyd already out of this race after bringing out the first caution earlier. But still, Nemechek's led every lap so far. Make sure you guys drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Yeah, I'd say early on, I would say it seems like the 2 guys it's going to come down to are Nemechek or Smith. I think Friesen also might have something for him. But the Toyotas seem to have a bit of an upper hand on the Chevys right now. We'll have to see, though, if Zane Smith can keep working his way forward throughout the rest of the night. It's still early, still a lot of racing to be had. He's up to 12th after starting 21st. If he continues slowly working his way forward, he might be in the mix before the end of it. Yeah, Matt Crafton did hit pit road under the last caution. They're just trying to make an adjustment to that thing. Figure out some way to make it better. They're taking quite a few rounds of wedge. They're putting quite a few rounds of wedge into that thing. Trying to figure out something to make it better. I mean, they just made a pretty big adjustment there. Ball. You might be going back to watching full F1 and IndyCar series next year. I watch all of the I just started watching basically all the F1 this year. IndyCar I still don't really watch full time. I mean, I keep tabs on it, but I don't really have time to watch it. As well as all their races almost contradict with NASCAR in terms of when they're on TV. So I can't watch all the IndyCar races, but I keep tabs on it as best I can. As they come into the choose cone, Nemechek goes low, Chandler Smith goes high. That'll be your front row for the next restart here. Restart will be with 25 to go in stage 1. Still, our longest green flag run has only been about 10 laps, so we really don't know who has more of a long run truck yet. Lap traffic is still yet to really play a factor. The battle for stage points, I assume, is about to really pick up. Also, Josh Rayum has taken that truck behind the wall and joined Spencer Boyd in the garage. Those two guys are your first DNFs of the day. But now here they come. They're going to do one more caution lap. They'll do one more caution lap. Yeah, I really don't know who. I would still say it's one of the KBM trucks, but I think pit stops are going to be huge. Track position is key, and if you want to try and pull some strategy, or if you're able to just make up some spots on pit road, or if you lose some spots on pit road, I think that's going to be a big factor in who wins this race tonight. These guys only have 3 sets of tires tonight, so if anything, you might see some guys try to pull some strategy in hopes of maybe saving a set of tires for later in the race in case maybe we get a late caution. But Stuart Friesen has been slowly working his way forward. He's going to be the second car on the outside line on this restart. Let's see what he can do. Here they come to the Geico restart zone. Nemechek down low. Chandler Smith up high. Green, green, green. Let's go racing again in the Truck Series at IRP. Once again, Nemechek gets a good launch down low. Here they come into 1 and 2. He's going to try and slide up and clear his teammate. As they come off of turn 2, it's Nemechek in the lead over his teammate Chandler Smith, who's under pressure from Carson Hocevar. Stuart Friesen has dropped back into 4th place. Didn't get that restart on the high side. The high side definitely is at a disadvantage to the low side on the restart, but once you get a lap or 2 into the run, the high side's the place to be. Meanwhile, Eckes is going to slide up in front of Rhodes is going to slide up in front of Eckes for 7th place. Eckes trying to get, Rhodes trying to get by Corey Heim. Majeski's going to be able to get by Eckes. Eckes kind of going backwards here on this restart. He's lost 2 spots. Behind him, Zane Smith making it 3 wide down low. Zane Smith takes it to the inside of Tyler Rankerman, Derek Kraus in 3 and 4, and he's going to get the 2-for-1 special, and he's up into 10th place for the first time tonight. Zane Smith is moving forward, and I think Zane Smith is going to be in the mix to win it before tonight's over. That truck is moving forward, and moving forward in a hurry. And meanwhile, Derek Kraus trying to get to the outside of Tyler Ankrum. Whoa, that was really tight there. I'm sure there's a lot of bumping and banging, guys. Goes off a corner exit. These guys are right on each other's doors, and they are bobbling all over the place. But meanwhile, Nemechek still leads on this restart. He's able to hold on to that lead once again. 20 to go in stage 1. And then it's Chandler Smith in 2nd. Hocevar, Friesen, Infinger, your top 5. Then your first non-playoff driver in 6th place is Corey Heim. And he's the only non-playoff driver inside your entire top 10. The only playoff driver not running inside the top 10 right now is Matt Crafton, who's all the way down in 27th. He is definitely having a tough run tonight, and he is going to need to at least get a top 15 to have at least some hope of pointing his way into the playoffs, or pointing his way into the next round. Hocevar still just holding on to 3rd place, but I think Friesen and Infinger are definitely faster behind him. But because it's so hard to pass at this track, he's able to just hold on to this spot. Meanwhile, behind them, Rhodes is working underneath Corey Heim, and he's going to be able to pull off the slide job off of turn 4. Ben Rhodes up to 6th place. Also, Colby Howard having a solid run. Colby Howard up to 11th place. Solid run in that 91 truck here. Meanwhile, John Nemechek has his biggest lead of the night, over a second back to Chandler Smith in 2nd place. Nemechek running really strong here in the early going. Still, lap traffic has not played a factor yet tonight, even though this is a short track. Only 23-second 22-second lap times, but because we've had only about 10 lap runs before we've gotten a caution, we still haven't had to deal with any lap traffic yet, but I think lap traffic may play a factor if we go green to the end. The tail end of the field already 15 seconds behind the leader. Meanwhile, Zane Smith putting some pressure on Christian Eckes for 9th place. Zane Smith continuing to move forward. 15 to go here in stage 1. Laps just clicking by. Less than half a minute. Zane Smith goes low in 3 and 4 on the 98 truck. He's going to try to pull off the slider. It's not going to work this time, but he's got his nose ahead of that 98 as they go down the front straightaway. This is a home track race for Christian Eckes' sponsor, T-Sport. He's got T-Sport on that truck, and it's the T-Sport 200 here at IRP, so he's hoping to perform well for the people that put the money into that truck. But he's having to hold off the regular season champion right now, and it's really difficult. That 38 truck is going to be able to get by him, though, now. Off turn 4, Zane Smith's up to 9th place, and it does seem like the place where all the passes are happening is off of turn 4. That's where guys are moving forward. I'd say the majority of passes are happening right there on turn 4. Meanwhile, Nemechek still leads. Also, I misspoke when I said Josh Rayum was out of this race. That truck's still back out on track, but going way off the pace. Nemechek's got that lead up to over a second and a half. And I don't think he's got any threat coming from behind if this thing goes green to the end of the stage. The one thing I find interesting is that a Ford truck is sparking down the front straightaway. I don't see any other trucks sparking as they go down the front straightaway. That truck must be really low to the ground. Meanwhile, Hocevar still under pressure from Friesen. Friesen trying to get underneath that 42 truck. Can't quite get there. Christian Eckes just trying to hang on inside the top 10 before the end of the stage, trying to get one stage point, but he's got pressure from behind because Colby Howard in that 91 truck is coming to life here. Meanwhile, Matt Crafton, after starting 31st on the restart, has been able to work his way up to 24th. Still nowhere near stage points, but at least he's making up a track position rather than losing it like he was before that adjustment they made. But yeah, it's your leader, Nemechek, will be catching the tail end of the lead pack here in a second. And with 9 to go on the stage, he might be able to catch Matt Crafton. It'll probably be close. But if he's able to put Crafton a lap down here in stage 1, that would really change the story of the night for Matt Crafton. And now we got Ben Rhodes underneath Grant Infinger down the back straightaway. That 99 truck trying to take 5th place from Infinger. Ben Rhodes, the defending Truck Series champion, trying to go back-to-back here. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Oh, Friesen's got a bit of a bobble there off of turn 2, but he's able to hold on to his spot. Matt Crafton continuing to move forward. He's getting by. Or actually, no, he's not moving forward. He did move forward early on the restart, but now he's starting to lose that track position once again as he's under pressure from Blaine Perkins for that 24th spot. That 88 truck can hardly hang inside the top 25 right now. Well, with every other playoff driver looking to score stage points here in stage 1, Crafton is definitely not in a good situation right now. Rhodes, this battle for about 4th through 6th place really heating up with 4 to go in the stage. You got Friesen, Infinger, and Rhodes all running nose to tail. It's just so hard to pass here. But Rhodes is underneath the 23 truck once again, going down the back straightaway. Is he going to be able to pull off the slide job in turn 4? Nope. That 23 truck running a really low defensive line, checking up that 99. They do have some lap trucks in front of them. Will that play a factor? Can you use a lap truck as a pick? 3 to go in the stage. Nemechek still leads, but Chandler Smith has really been able to eat into that lead. It's down to 0.8 of a second. He's taken a second out of that lead. My guess would it has to be with Nemechek having to work lap traffic. The gap's down to under 0.7 of a second. Will Smith be able to catch Nemechek before the end of the stage? We'll have to see. 2 to go. The 99 just underneath that 23 down the back straightaway. This is the closest the 99's been the last couple of laps. What's he going to do in 3 and 4? That 23 truck really pinches him down low on corner entry. What's the 99 able to stay down low down the front straightaway, though? The final lap here in stage 1. Nemechek still out front. Chandler Smith's closing in on the 4 truck, but it's going to be too little, too late. And Nemechek will win stage 1 here as Chandler Smith sends it in deep in turn 4. It's not going to be enough. Nemechek wins the final stage. And it's the 41 truck of Chad Chastain that's just able to stay on the lead lap. Nemechek only able to lap up to 31st place. Jake Garcia in the 35 truck will be your free pass. But that's stage 1 complete here at IRP. Nemechek wins the stage. Then Chandler Smith in second, Hocevar third, Friesen fourth, Enfinger fifth, Rhodes sixth, and your first non-playoff driver is Corey Hyman seventh. Then Majeski, Zane Smith, and Christian Eckes round out your top 10. So 9 of your top 10 in stage 1 were playoff drivers. The one playoff driver that didn't finish in the top 10 was Matt Crafton, who finished all the way down in 23rd. He is really struggling tonight, guys. He does seem to be making a little bit of progress compared to where he was earlier in the night, which is saying something considering that he's still running in 23rd. But we'll have to see if things get a bit better for Matt Crafton. He's going to be hoping some of the playoff guys crash down or something, because there's no way other than that he's coming out tonight where he's above that cutoff line. But make sure you guys take the time to drop a like and subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Appreciate everybody tuning in right now. We got about 20 people watching. We only got 9 likes, guys. Can we get up to 10 likes? I'd appreciate it. Make sure you guys drop a like and hit that subscribe button. You know the drill. Also, we're going to put up a poll in chat. Who wins stage 2? So we'll put Nemechek, Smith. We'll put Hocevar or Friesen. There we go. We got the poll up in the chat for who wins stage 2. Also, we got up to 11 likes. I appreciate it, guys. But, guys, these people, they only have 3 sets of tires tonight in the Truck Series. So, you might be willing to pull some strategy here to maybe take just fuel, or maybe don't pit at all, trying to save a set of tires for later in the run or for later in the night. Maybe if we get a late caution, we're able to come down pit road and put on fresh tires and everybody else is on old tires. Or you just try to take 2 tires so that way you get the track position and see how 2 tires hold up. It doesn't seem like there's too much tire fall off right now. Maybe about maybe like a couple tenths of a second, which, okay, that is a decent amount of tire fall off. But if you can take 2 tires and you're in like 15th place and get to the lead, well, that definitely change up your night. Oh, whoop. Having to reload real quick, guys. Hey, we got another new subscriber. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though. appreciate everybody that's been subscribing and joining the channel so far this summer. If you look at it, 90 days ago or about 3 months ago, we were at 1,530 subscribers, and now we're at 1,950 subscribers. So we have gained 400 subscribers over the last 3 months, but really it's been like 400 subscribers over the last 2 months, considering we were at 1,530 still back in May, and now it's late July, and we're at 1,950. So I really appreciate it, guys. But now here it comes, everybody down pit road. This is a tight pit road. You could definitely bump into somebody else coming off pit road, but it doesn't look like we're going to see any. Oh, Chandler Smith pulls no tire strategy, just like I was talking about. No tires for Chandler Smith. He's going to come out in the lead, but Hocevar has a good pit stop and is able to beat Nemechek off of pit road. But it's Chandler Smith. Well, yeah, we'll see it when they come when the leaderboard resets. But it's Chandler Smith out front after doing no tires to get to the lead, and then it's Hocevar in second place. Then Nemechek drops back to third. We'll have to see how he does. Then it's Rhodes, Heim, Enfinger, Ankrum with a good pit stop to get up to seventh. Then Zane Smith, Eckes, Friesen loses quite a few spots on pit road. He's down to 10th. Then Kraus, Howard, DiBenedetto, Ty Majeski loses quite a few spots. Then Gray, Sauter, Crafton picks up a couple spots on pit road. Then Gray, Perkins, Deegan, Thompson, Garcia, Hill, Allen, Hacker, Self, Purdy, Wood, Leviathan. Or wait, this thing's still kind of resetting down here. But yeah, so Chandler Smith does no tires to get the lead. I think he thought more people are going to go with a no-tire strategy. We'll have to see how the no tires works for Chandler Smith. He had a strong truck before this, but we'll have to see if those no tires are too big of a deficit to overcome. But it's Hocevar who's up to second place now. I wonder how Hocevar will do on this restart. And how does Chandler Smith refire on this restart? Does he spin the tires? Does the field stack up? Are we going to have a big one here early in stage 2? Yeah, you guys who are voting in the poll thinking Chandler Smith's going to win stage 2, we'll have to see how. Well, I don't know. I think you guys were thinking that before he played this strategy. I don't know how this strategy is going to work for him. Hopefully it works out, but I don't think so. I think it was a bit too ambitious too early. Also, guys, if my voice sounds dead, that is because it is. And the computer's crashing. Yay. Let's see, is the stream still up and running? I don't know. Okay, the stream is still up and running, but it's well, my computer is hanging on by a thread right now. Okay, so we just lost the leaderboard, but I'll try to get it back up and running here as soon as I can. We're working. Oh, but Ben Rhodes speeding on pit road. That's going to put him to the tail end of the longest line here. That's going to be a tough one to overcome. Try and get the leaderboard back up here as soon as we can. There we go. We're good now. We're good again. Okay, so we're going to get the restart now here. So Chandler Smith out front on the high side with the old tires. How do the old tires hold up? Hocevar down low with fresh tires, and Hocevar is going to try to clear Chandler Smith here in turn 1, and he's going to be able to do it. It's Hocevar to the lead, but Chandler Smith looking for the crossover. It's not going to be there. Chandler Smith tucks in line in second place. And then it's Hyman Nemechek side by side for third through 1 and 2. Through 3 and 4. But it's Hocevar out front now. And then you have Smith, Nemechek, Grant Enfinger, who's trying to get underneath Corey Heim. Then Tyler Ankrum, Christian Eckes, Zane Smith, Derek Kraus, and Stuart Friesen, your top 10. Tyler Ankrum having a solid run right now, up in 6th place. Nemechek's going to be able to clear Enfinger. He's up to 3rd place, but Enfinger also holding his own in 4th. Ankrum trying to get underneath Corey Heim down the front straightaway. Heim has a moment on the high side. Ankrum trying to get by Corey Heim to get inside the top 5. Meanwhile, Zane Smith making a move to the inside of 3 wide. He's going to back out of it as they come off the corner exit. And the caution's out. Caution's out. 4th caution of the night, and we don't know what. Oh, and there's a truck that is stalled out on the low side. Who is that? I believe that is the 43 truck that is done. And Blake Lothian in the 43 truck is done for the day. Looks like the engine has gone up on that thing. So the engine's gone up on that 43 truck. He's done for the night. He'll join Spencer Boyd in the garage. And it looks like Jesse Little will be the free pass. But Hocevar now your leader. Chandler Smith still able to hold on to 2nd place even on those old tires. But I think as the run goes on, those old tires are not going to be able to hold up. Okay, we're trying to pull up the live sub count again. There we go. There we go. And it's a work in progress. There we go. And boom. So guys, make sure you guys drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everybody tuning in so far. Hey, we got another new subscriber. I appreciate it. Up to 1956. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, guys. We'll check in on the chat now once again. How far back is it to the pits that you have to get a ride back and the marshal's truck? Yeah, I know. I am pretty surprised that he wasn't able to just somehow coast that thing around to pit road, but I don't know. So be it. Mark, what are you saying? 44 to 2,000? Oh, yeah, we're 44 subscribers to 2,000. I think we can hit 2,000 before the end of the summer. I really do. I never would have thought that coming into the summer, but now I really think we can. Coming into the summer, or coming in kind of to this year, I think my goal for the end of the year was 2,000. But now I feel like by the end of the summer we could hit it by 2,000. Because so far this summer we've gained like 400 subscribers. And I think we got one more month to gain 100 more. I think we can pull it off. Or not even 100 more, like 50 more. I wouldn't even be surprised if we can hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Now, that would be pretty crazy, but I think it's possible. The one thing I do have to say, it feels like these cautions are taking forever, even when they're not hardly doing anything. Or like when there's not a lot to pick up. Like they just had to tow that 43 truck to the garage, and it's taken them at like 10 laps under caution to do so. It is a short track, but still. With all these cautions, it's taken us an hour just to get through the first 80 laps of this 200-lap race. So this could be a bit of a long one, guys. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Now that Hocevar's out front, it's Chandler Smith in second, Nemechek third, Enfinger fourth, Heim fifth. But I am interested to see if Hocevar could get his first win tonight. That would be huge for that team, lock themselves into the next round of the playoffs and really give them a momentum boost. But also, Ben Rhodes, after getting that speeding penalty, he had to start out back. He's only been able to work his way back up to 26th since the restart. He'll definitely try to pick up some more spots on this next restart, but he's got a lot of work cut out for him. Matt Crafton is back up to 16th place, so that's a bit more of a manageable spot. I think it'd be better if they were able to pick up maybe about 3 or 4 more spots. I think if they're able to finish around that 12th place position, I think that at least have them in a somewhat manageable spot going into Richmond. But if they finish outside the top 15 or outside the top 20, yeah, it's going to be really tough for that team. Lane Riggs, though, making his debut in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. You may think last name Riggs, that's the son of Scott Riggs, and a pretty accomplished Truck Series driver. But Lane Riggs, in his first ever start, he has been running inside the top 20 for the majority of the day. Right now, currently running in 31st. Oh, I guess he's one lap down now, but he might have had an issue, but he was running near the front before that. Anyways, green flag in the air. Hocevar down low. Chandler Smith up high. Chandler Smith still on those old tires. Nemechek really checks up on that outside line, the second truck on the high side. And Chandler Smith trying to hold on to second place on the high side, but Grant Enfinger is inside as they go down the back straightaway. Enfinger's looking for second place. Hocevar still leads. Enfinger's not able to get there. Now Nemechek trying to get to the outside of the 23 truck, but the 23 truck's going to be able to slide up into third place. Oh, not quite. Nemechek holding his own on the high side. Enfinger's going to try to use the 18 truck as a bit of a pick. That 18 truck's still a bit slower on those old tires. And Enfinger's to the inside of the 18 in 3 and 4. This is a tight battle here for second through fourth place. Enfinger using that 18 truck to be a pick against the 4, but the 23 has not been able to clear the 18 on the low line, even with the fresher tires. If Smith's able to clear Enfinger, that'll allow Nemechek to just go on by on the high side. Enfinger still trying to work underneath the 18. The 18 pretty sideways there off of turn 4. He got a bit of a shot from his teammate. Enfinger trying to clear Smith. Smith's getting another bump from Nemechek. Now Nemechek's trying to give a shot to the 18, but it's just making the 18 looser, allowing the 23 to go by. And Enfinger's up to second place. Chandler Smith back to third. Now Nemechek will be looking to get underneath the 18 down the front straightaway. And yes, he will. Nemechek going to be looking to pull off the pass in turn 1 down low. Ought to be able to pull it off pretty easily. And not quite going to be able to get it done there. Rhodes has been able to work his way back into the top 20, so Rhodes is on a charge coming from the back after that penalty. Meanwhile, though, Tyler Ankrum having a great run right now inside the top 5. Ankrum moving forward. Not too far behind these two KBM Toyotas battling for fourth place. And Nemechek's going to really put the squeeze there on Chandler Smith, and now he's by him, and he's up to third place. He's going to set his sights now on Grant Enfinger. Your top 10, though, Hocevar, Enfinger, Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Ankrum, Heim, Kraus, Friesen, Zanesmith, and Eckes. Kraus, though, under pressure from Friesen and Zanesmith right now as Friesen's going low on the 19 truck through turn 1 and 2. The 19 truck might have just tapped the wall there just a bit. Meanwhile, at the front, Enfinger's going for the lead in 3 and 4. Enfinger drives it in real deep on the low side. It's not going to quite stick there, but they're side-by-side off corner exit. It's a drag race down the front straightaway. Hocevar on the high side, Enfinger on the low side. And Hocevar is going to throw a big block down low on the 23 truck. That's a big block there from Hocevar and he's going to be able to keep that lead for now. Meanwhile, as these guys battle, it's going to allow the 4 truck to close in on them just a bit. Enfinger trying to find a way by Carson Hocevar right now. Hocevar does not seem to be the fastest truck on the racetrack, but he's definitely the best truck at blocking right now. He was holding up Stuart Friesen earlier in stage 1, and now he's holding up Grant Enfinger here as they battle for the lead. And I said Matt Crafton was improving, but that does not seem to be the case, as now he's getting passed by Ben Rhodes, and that's going to drop him back down to 19th place. He is really struggling here, guys. Enfinger trying to get underneath Carson Hocevar as they come off of turn 2. Still not quite able to clear him. As Enfinger's continuing to put the pressure on the 42, he's also putting the pressure on his tires. He's using up his equipment. That's going to hurt him if he's not able to pull this pass off, because Nemechek will catch him and just be able to go right by him. And they're coming up on the lap truck of the 33. Will the 33 get in the way? He's going to stay down low and get out of the way. That's going to allow leaders to keep their fight on. Meanwhile, Stuart Friesen's gotten by Corey Hyman. Stuart Friesen's trying to get by Tyler Ankrum now for 5th place. Friesen's on the move forward. He was back in 8th place a lap or 2 ago. Now he's trying to get 5th. And Enfinger still can't find a way by Carson Hocevar, even though that 23 truck seems a bit faster than the 42. Is he going to be willing to use the bumper here in the early going? Even though these guys are fighting, they're kind of maintaining the gap to Nemechek in 3rd place, which I'm kind of surprised by. And these guys will start to catch lap traffic here pretty soon. Already halfway through stage 2, 27 to go in stage 2. Ben Rhodes has worked his way back into the top 15 now. I think he might have a shot at getting some stage points even after having to start out back because of that penalty here in stage 2. Enfinger's going to try and go down low off of turn 4 and still can't pull off the pass. This has got to be so frustrating for that 23 team. I think that 23's definitely got to be willing to give the bumper to the 42 here just to pull this pass off. And now it looks like he's going to be able to get it done as they go down the back straightaway. They're side by side, even as they go through 3 and 4. But once again, that 42 is able to just hold his own on the high side. But the 23's the closest he's been as this time. They barrel it down into turn 1 with 25 to go in stage 1. And he's still not able to get the pass done. And yet the 23 is just putting the pressure on the 42. And he can't get by him. This is what the one knock on this racetrack is it's really hard to pull off the pass without using the bumper. And the 23 is not using the bumper, and he's not able to pull off the pass. Now they're going to be catching lap traffic here in the next 5 laps here. They come up on the 24 truck of Jack Wood, trying to put him a lap down. Where's the 24 truck going to go? Is he going to be able to get out of the way? He goes down low. The leaders have to kind of take evasive action. They get by him pretty smoothly, though. Another lap truck just up the road. This is our longest green flag run of the night, guys. About to be at the halfway point in the race. Sorry, Isaac, what track is this? We're at Indianapolis Raceway Park. It's about I think this is a 3/4 of a mile racetrack. It might be a mile and a half. I'm not quite sure, but it's a short track, that's for sure. It's pretty flat, but it's got a little bit of banking in it. It's pretty hard to pass the lines around the top of the racetrack. We've seen a lot of good battling here early, and we got 100 laps complete here at IRP halfway through. John Cena, well, it's not Indy. It's not the Oval, but it is Indy in terms of its Indianapolis Raceway Park, a different racetrack, also in Indianapolis. But Grant Enfinger continuing to battle with Carson Hocevar for the lead, and he can just not find a way by. But as these guys continue to battle, Carson Hocevar Nemechek is closing in on him from third place. Is it a new track because you don't remember it? They used to race at this racetrack a little while back. I don't think they've raced there for about 5 or 6 years. But the Truck Series has raced here I think they've raced here 17 times in the past. So I think they raced here a lot back in the early Truck Series days. I don't believe the Cup Series, though, has ever raced here. It's a smaller venue. Hocevar makes a bold move going way down on the racetrack. The bottom of 3 wide to get around 2 lapped cars. Wow, that was bold there. Hocevar was all the way down on the apron. It looked like he was going to pit road. He went way down there to get under the 2 lapped cars that are side by side. But as these guys are battling hard to get around lap traffic, your top 4 have gotten all bunched back together. Hocevar, Enfinger, Nemechek, and Chandler Smith all run nose to tail within a second of each other. Hocevar is going to have to really hold on here to make it to the end of the stage if he wants to keep this lead. But Chandler Smith is doing a great job. He did not pit for tires and has been able to stay inside the top 4 this whole stage. And he's given the fight to his teammate Nemechek, who has got fresh tires. So it does not seem like fresh tires are making a huge difference here. That'll definitely be something to keep note when we come to pit stops at the end of stage 2. Enfinger to the inside of Hocevar down the front straightaway. Enfinger might have led that lap. That was pretty close right there. Enfinger might be able to get him this time off at turn 2. He's got about half a car length clear down the back straightaway. Still not quite clear, but here they go through 3 and 4. He's going to try and slide up the racetrack. And Enfinger is clear to the lead. Grant Enfinger is your new leader here at IRP. Hocevar's back to second place, but Chandler Smith is taking it to Nemechek now for third place. Chandler Smith's down low on the racetrack, trying to get underneath his teammate, and he's not going to be able to quite clear him, though. They're coming up on the 42. How's the 42 going to affect this battle? Will the 18 be able to use the 42 as a bit of a pick? The 18 is going to try and pull off the slide job in 3 and 4, and he's going to be able to get it done. Will Nemechek look for the crossover? He's not going to be close enough. Chandler Smith's up to third place. Oh, and there's a lap truck that's going to be right in the way there. That was close. Oh, and Nemechek's into the door of the 44. Nemechek's around. John Nemechek spins. Whoa, that was close. Oh, boy, smoke everywhere. The trucks cannot see where to go. And Nemechek is going to spin up to the racetrack, but he's going to block in the 66 of Ty Majeski, and that's going to cost Nemechek and Ty Majeski all their track position. That is big there. That is tough there for Nemechek. That was honestly his own. I don't know. The lap truck was in the way, but Nemechek just kind of overdrove it. I mean, he just drove right up the racetrack into the door of the 44 and just went around. But that, man, he is so lucky to not get more damage. He spun up the racetrack. There was smoke everywhere. Nobody knew where to go. And just, boy, oh boy, who was it? I think it might have been the 16 of Tyler Ankrum that just squeaked by, as well as the 52 and the 51. I mean, that was close. And Ty Majeski just got boxed in with nowhere to go. So we had to stop to avoid hitting the 4 truck. And, yeah, that's going to just cost the 4 and the 66 quite a few spots on track. The free pass over him, that one it looks like will be Jake Garcia. That'll put him back to 1 lap down, or I think he's back on lead lap, my bad, but that was close. That was some tight racing right there. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing. We will not be live tomorrow for the Xfinity race, but we will be live on Sunday. Hopefully my voice is less dead. I was at quite a few concerts earlier in this week. I was screaming, and I have no voice right now. Well, yeah, I would say, yeah, okay, momentum rather than poor driving. Well, yeah, I'd say it was more, so yeah, I'd say it's a racing incident right there. That was a racing incident. Okay, I got you, Eric. Now, pit road's going to be open here. This will be with 10 to go in the stage. Tires don't seem to be a big difference, but do come here and then stay out at the end of the stage. And the leader's coming. The leader is coming. We'll have to see what does everybody else do behind him. Smith stayed out, but it looks like Ben Rhodes will stay out. And it looks like just about everybody's going to come to pit road here. A couple guys towards the back of the pack stay out as well, trying to get that track position. Tucky, it's not RIP Speedway. That is funny, but it is IRP. So not RIP, but ERP, I guess. ERP Speedway. Majeski's able to pick up 5 spots on pit road, so even though they lost a lot of spots in that spin, he's able to gain just about all that back on pit road. Only about 2 or 3 trucks end up staying out. And those trucks are Chandler Smith, Grant Infinger. Or wait, no, that's still the old. That's still inaccurate. But the trucks that stayed out are, I believe, Chandler Smith, Ben Rhodes, and I think 1 or 2 other guys. I think Lawless Allen did. Here we go. 5 trucks stayed out. Chandler Smith, Ben Rhodes, Kaz Gralla, Lawless Allen, and Timmy Hill. So your top 5 stayed out on old tires. It's going to be probably about 6 to go when we get the green flag here in this stage. So they're going to try to hold on and get some stage points. And then you have Infinger, Majeski, Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, and Tyler Ankrum, your top 10. Then you have Stuart Friesen, Corey Heim, Derek Kraus, Colby Howard, Christian Eckes, Matt DiMendetto, Tanner Gray, Matt Kraft, and Blaine Perkins, and Nemechek, your top 20. Still 34 trucks in this race. 28 trucks still on the lead lap. So haven't had many really long green flag runs where we've seen a lot of the lead pack go a lap down. But I think if we do have maybe about a 40-lap green flag run, 50-lap green flag run, we'll see these guys start to lap up into the top 20. Just due to how short this track is. Yeah, now, we know Nemechek's not winning this stage. It's going to come down to Chandler Smith or Ben Rhodes. We'll have to see, though. Grant Infinger on the fresh tires in 6th place. We'll have to see how much do those fresh tires make a difference. He's going to be coming all the way from 6th. Maybe he can make a couple spots with the choose cone, but even then, it's going to be tough for him to get to the front. Appreciate it if you guys drop a like and subscribe. Right now, we're up to 14 likes. We got 20 people watching. Can we get up to 15 likes, guys? I would appreciate it. Coming to the end of stage 2, though, here pretty soon. Laps continuing to wind down. 7 to go right now. I don't know. We're probably going to only get restarted about 4 or 5 to go. I do have to say, tonight, it does feel like the caution crew has taken their precious time. I feel like each caution's been at least 10 laps, even for just one-car incidents. Still, though, we've only had 4 different trucks lead laps so far today. Nemechek's been out front the most. He led all of stage 1 and won stage 1. Then Hocevar's been out front for 34. Infinger's been out front for 5. And now Chandler Smith's out front once again for 10 laps. But the green flag's going to be out. It's Smith down low. Rhodes up high. 6 to go in the stage. And Smith already able to clear Rhodes for the lead. Lawless Allen trying to clear Kaz Gralla for 3rd place off at turn 2, and he's going to be able to do it. Ty Majeski, though, on the 4 fresh tires. Ty Majeski already up to 3rd place. Ty Majeski's coming on the 4 fresh tires. With 5 to go in the stage, he's already made up 3 spots this lap. Oh, there's a lot of contact. I think somebody's got a tire up back in the pack. Enfinger's up to 5th place down low, and they're 4 wide. Timmy Hill way down on the bottom of the apron as everybody's going to fly by. He's just trying to get out of the way. Well, some sparks fly back in the pack. Hocevar's going way down low, kind of blocking a move there from Tyler Ankrum, but it's Chandler Smith out front. Ty Majeski's up to 2nd place, and Ty Majeski is coming. Ty Majeski's definitely going to be able to get to the lead here before the end of the stage on those 4 fresh tires. And he's to the lead. Ty Majeski's out front. What a change of fortune. He got caught out by that caution, got pinned behind the Ford truck, but he's able to make up with spots on pit road, and now he's the first one to the lead with the 4 fresh tires. Ty Majeski out front, but Grant Finger's now up to 2nd place. Grant Enfinger is closing in on Ty Majeski with 3 to go in the stage. Can he get there? Grant Enfinger's had one of the fastest trucks all night. Also, Zane Smith coming forward. He's going by Ben Rhodes on the fresh tires. Meanwhile, Nemechek back in the packs in the middle of 3 wide. He's outside the top 10 right now. Lawless Allen currently holds on to that final spot inside the top 10. He'll get 1 stage point, but he's got a lot of hungry trucks behind him. A couple of playoff guys looking like they're going to miss out on stage points if things stay as they are. Oh, and it looks like that 38 truck might have gotten into the wall. It looks like that 38 has a bit of damage. That 38, the deck lid on the back of that truck is bouncing up and down. That 38 truck definitely has an issue with the deck lid. It has shifted. It's still just hanging on, but you got to wonder if that's affecting how that truck's handling. Him and Chandler Smith got together a little bit, it looks like. The final lap here in stage 1, and Ty Majeski's out front. And Ty Majeski is going to be able to win stage 2, and the caution is out. The caution is out. Enfinger will come home 2nd, then Rhodes. Hocevar, Zane Smith, your top 5. Heim, Friesen, Chandler Smith, Ankrum, and Howard, your top 10. And Dean Thompson went around on the racetrack. That's what brought out the caution. But Nemechek just misses out on stage points in stage 2, but he'll be helped out by the fact that he won stage 1. But Eckes also misses out on stage points as well as Matt Crafton. But speaking of that damage under the 38, whoa, actually pretty heavy damage there with the 38 and the 18. The 38 tried to pull off I don't know what he was doing. He just ran way up the racetrack, ran right through the 18 and put the 18 and himself right into the wall. Chandler Smith will definitely not be happy about that one. I'm surprised the 18 didn't cut down a tire. That was significant damage. The 38 just slid up, put himself and the 18 right in the wall. The 18, though, especially got squeezed. Both of those trucks have a good amount of damage. They're definitely going to have to come down pit road again. That really hurts the 38 strategy that he was trying to pull. But shout out to Ty Majeski getting the stage win. Smart strategy call by him there. Ty Majeski doesn't have a lot of playoff points, so getting this playoff point as well as these 10 stage points will definitely help him in terms of him trying to point his way into the next round. So, guys, who are we going to put in our poll for who wins the race? Who wins the race? There were 2 playoff drivers, though, that did not score any stage points tonight. That was Matt Crafton and Christian Eckes. Both of those guys could not afford to do that, and that's definitely going to put themselves in a hole. They really need to get a good result here in the final stage. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We're up to 15 likes. I appreciate it. Can we get up to 20? We got 20 people watching. Can we get up to 20 likes? I'd appreciate it. And now all those guys that stayed out under that last caution are coming down under this caution, including the 18. But also the 38 coming back down pit road after the damage they got after the contact they made with the 18. That damage that the 18 and 38 got, even though it looked pretty severe, it doesn't seem to actually be affecting that either car that much, as they're able to both finish the stage inside the top 5 and not cut down any tires. But the big issue for the 38 that I would be most concerned about is the rear deck lid is loose and not like on that car. They're trying to tape that thing back down, but that thing bobbling and weaving around cannot be good aerodynamically. But also, if that piece does come up, that is not good either, because that is a required part on these trucks. So if he gets any more damage and that thing were to come off, that would end his night. Mark, you're saying Ben Rhodes will win this race? He definitely, I don't know. I think he's got a shot. I think Grant Enfinger and Carson Hocevar are definitely going to be two. I call them underdogs, even though they're playoff drivers, but because neither one of them have won a race this year, I guess they're kind of underdogs to me. I think it's going to be one. I think one of those two guys definitely have a really good shot. We can put a new poll in the chat. Who wins? Who wins? Who wins? At IRP. So we'll say Hocevar. We'll say Enfinger. And I guess we'll say Nemechek. And then we'll just put other. Still a lot can happen in this race. Only 2 trucks out so far. Still a lot of trucks on the lead lap. So if you do make a mistake, you're going to lose a lot of track position. So when did the Xfinity Series stop racing here? He says, I don't know, Eric. I don't know a lot about this track because it was around before I was really a fan. The last time anybody raced, the top 3 series raced here was 2012, and that was kind of like the year where I first even really started paying attention to NASCAR whatsoever. So blow my nose there real quick. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though, so far. Eric. Okay, there. Eric is answering Eric. How about that? Appreciate everybody who's tuned in, though, so far tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though. So now we got this final stage underway. Oops. And it's Majeski who's now out front. And then Enfinger, Hocevar, Heim, Friesen, Ankrum, Howard, Nemechek, Gray, and Eckes, your top 10. Then Kraus, Crafton, DiBenedetto, Gray, Perkins, Hacker, Purdy, Little, Zane Smith, Wayne Self, your top 20. So then Rhodes, Deegan, Allen, Gralla, Sauter, Garcia, Hill, Riggs, Chandler Smith, your top 29. Those are all your trucks on the lead lap. Then you have Jack Wood and Dean Thompson, each 1 lap down. Then Chad Chastain, Chris Wright, each 2 laps down. And Josh Rayum, 15 laps down. He's got a pretty damaged truck. Then Blake Leviathan and Spencer Boyd, each out of this race. But still a lot of racing to go as the green flag is about to get out into the air. The final stage is underway here at IRP in the T-Sport 200. It's Majeski down low, Enfinger up high as they come to the Geico restart zone. Can Enfinger take the lead back from Ty Majeski? We're about to find out. Green, 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 we're racing again. Matt Crafton making it 3 wide back in the pack down low on the apron. Meanwhile, Majeski's able to get out to the front on the low side off of turn 2, but they're 3 wide for 3rd place for a second. Now Hocevar's able to clear that battle, but it's still Stuart Friesen who's down underneath Corey Heim, trying to take 4th place away from that 51 truck as they come off of turn 4. The 52 is going to try and slide up the racetrack, and he's clear of the 51, but now he's underneath the 42 for 3rd place. Friesen's looking for more. And Majeski's still out front as they come off of turn 2 for the 2nd time after the restart, and Friesen's looking for 3rd place under Hocevar. And that 52 truck's moving forward. And here they come off of turn 4, the 52. Not going to be able to clear Hocevar just yet. But behind them, Nemechek also battling Tyra Ankrum for 6th place. Ankrum's been having a good run all night. He's been in the top 10 all day. Nemechek able to get by him now. And Nemechek's looking to the inside of his teammate Corey Heim as they go down the back straightaway. But Friesen might be able to clear Hocevar here this time in turn 3 and 4. And off of turn 4, he's still not quite able to get it done. It is just really hard to pull off a pass once you get a couple laps past the restart. But it's Eckes, Rhodes, Crafton, 3 playoff drivers running outside the top 10 right now. They're looking to move forward. Early on in the race, 9 of the 10 playoff drivers are running inside the top 10. That number's been lowered to just 5. As this race gone on, different guys have had issues, and they've slowly faded outside of the top 10. And Friesen's clear of Hocevar. Now Nemechek trying to get by Carson Hocevar as they come off of turn 2, and he's going to be able to pull that pass off. Hocevar's fading on this restart after looking strong earlier. Hocevar's back to 5th place. Whoa, and they are 4 wide off of turn 4. Back in the pack, they're 4 wide, and the 25 truck's going to have to back out of it. That was tight. Yikes. 4 wide there. I did not think that was going to work, and it didn't really. That was tight. You had the 99, 98, the 25, and the 88. Yeah, Thor Sport looked like it was about to be a really bad moment there for a second. Luckily, they're all able to work it out. The loser in that one, though, is Matt DiBenedetto. He loses 3 spots in 1 straightaway. Meanwhile, the 2 trucks involved in an incident at the end of Stage 2, Zane Smith and Chandler Smith, got together, the 2 Smith brothers, and those guys are not looking like they have the pace right now. Chandler Smith back in 25th, Zane Smith back in 28th. Luckily, those guys scored a lot of stage points, but still, that is not good for them. Majeski still leads, so he's growing that lead over Enfinger up to over a 1.5 seconds. Majeski checking out on the field. Friesen, though, closing in on Grant Enfinger right now. Then it's Nemechek, Hocevar, your top 5. Then Heim, Ankrum, Tanner Gray, Colby Howard, and Derek Kraus. Colby Howard, though, trying to go by Tanner Gray for that 8th spot. Howard also having a good run tonight. That 30 truck of who is in the 30 truck right today, I think it's Chris Hacker. Chris Hacker has a bit of a tire rub, it looks like. Had a bit of smoke coming out of that thing. We'll have to keep an update on that. Meanwhile, Chandler Smith is moving forward, but Zane Smith is not. Like I said, I think that 38 truck has a bit more damage than the 18, even though it looks the opposite. Chandler Smith's about to crack his way back inside the top 20, whereas Zane Smith's still stuck back outside the top 25. Meanwhile, back in the pack, we are seeing some really aggressive racing, and the caution's out once again. We'll have to see. Oh, there's some debris on the racetrack in turn 4. Debris on the racetrack in turn 4 will bring out the caution for, I believe, what is that, the 6th time tonight? The 7th time tonight. Debris in turn 4. Meanwhile, it's still Majeski out front, your 5th new leader today, and now he's been out front for 23 laps. He's trying to hold on for 60 more to pick up his first win. Tonight has really been a night for the underdogs. It's been Majeski, Enfinger, Hocevar, Friesen. Those have been the names at the front rather than Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, Nemechek. Those guys were out front early in Stage 1 but have since faded and have had different issues. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Oh, I just realized I didn't even put Majeski in my poll, guys. I'm going to end the poll, and I'm going to basically repeat it. Earlier, no, we're going to change it up. We're going to change it up. So, who wins at IRP? Oh, and the bots are back. I'll say Majeski. People are going to see this poll, and if they haven't been watching the race, they're going to be so confused. But these have been the names at the front tonight. Enfinger. Nemechek, or we'll say Friesen. I think Friesen of those 4 has the least likely chance of winning. He just doesn't seem to quite have the pace as the other guys. He's definitely a top 5 truck, I would say, but not necessarily a race-winning truck, at least not yet. But 60 to go now here at IRP. The lap's continuing to wind down. Still a lot of trucks still in this race, so if you have an incident now, if you're a playoff driver, you're going to lose a lot of points. The free pass is Jack Wood. That'll put him back on the lead lap. That'll put 30 trucks on the lead lap, so almost the whole field still on the lead lap and in this race. Yeah. Thanks, Eric. They should have a short track inside the Brickyard instead of that awful road course. Well, Ball, they do have a short track inside the Brickyard. It's a dirt short track. Actually, they have racing there, I believe, during the week. Kyle Larson has actually won a couple races at that dirt track inside Indianapolis. Now, it would be cool if they had a pavement short track inside Indianapolis. I think that's what you're getting at. But they also have a golf course inside of Indianapolis. I mean, they have tennis courts. I mean, they got everything you need. Yeah, no, this race just feels like it's really starting to drag on. We've had so many different cautions. In the poll, we got a couple vote. We got to vote for Envinger. We got to vote for Nemechek. And it's going to be Majeski will go low, Enfinger will go high, Friesen will go low, Nemechek will go high, Hocevar will go low, Heim will go high. That'll set your first 3 rows. The inside line's definitely the preferred line at the front, but once you get past that, it's really either or. And I think we just had somebody break. Somebody's going to have to go to the rear, it looks like. They went over the box on the choose cone. I'm not quite sure who that was. But I think that's going to be a penalty for somebody. I couldn't quite tell by the paint scheme. A bit farther back in the pack. But some people are having good runs tonight. I definitely got to shout out, Tyler Ankram's been in the top 10 all day. Colby Howard's been in the top 10, top 15 majority of the day. But also some people have been struggling today on the other hand. Matt Crafton has struggled all day. But then also another name that's... Oh, wait. I believe it was not quite sure. Once again, it was Johnny Sauter who went over the box on the choose cone. Johnny Sauter. So Johnny Sauter's going to have to go to the rear of the field. That's tough for him in one of his one-off starts. He's going to have to make up a lot of ground to have a good result now. But it's Majeski down low, Enfinger up high. So they're going to get the restart with 55 to go here at IRP. Majeski's got the preferred line. Will he be able to hold on for the lead? He's got Stuart Friesen behind him. Here they come. Green flag in the air. 55 to go. And Majeski's got the jump, and he might be able to just clear Enfinger. Enfinger holding his own on the outside, though. Pretty good. Ben Rhodes way up high, making it 3 wide on the high side. But it's Majeski to the lead, but Ben Rhodes is going to pick up a couple spots up high. He's up to 5th place now in that green and black 99 truck. That thing's looking pretty hot. Matt Crafton's getting boxed in, back in the pack. He's going to lose a couple spots. And Friesen's going to tuck in line in 4th place behind Nemechek. Nemechek continues to slowly work his way forward on these restarts. Hocevar in 6th, then Heim, Ankrum, Tanner Gray, and Colby Howard round out your top 10. Chandler Smith continues to slowly rebound. He's up into 15th now. Zane Smith also back up into the top 20. Friesen look underneath, trying to get back past Nemechek. Not going to be able to make that pass happen just yet, though. Chandler Smith's up to 14th. He's trying to get by Christian Eckison. The caution's out again. And there's a spinner. I believe that is Lawless Allen, who's around off of turn 4. down near pit road entry. Lawless Allen is around. It looks like he's actually made some decent damage, actually. Oh, the 45 has definitely been into the outside wall, so Lawless Allen has made some significant damage to the right rear of that truck. We'll have to see. I think he's going to try and fire that thing back up. Yeah, right now, Lawless Allen, he doesn't have the window net down on the truck yet, but no, now it looks like he's taking that window net down. We're looking for a replay, though. So this is back just outside the top 20, it looks like. And he's in the middle of 4 wide. Oh, and he's going to get turned. He actually gets turned off the nose of the 38. So the 45 actually hits the inside wall pretty hard. So the 45 was in the middle of 4 wide, and he got hooked off the nose of the 61 truck and then rode the nose of the 38 down to the inside wall and made pretty significant contact with both ends to the inside, and he's going to be done for the night. The 38, though, even though the 45 was on the nose of the 38, 38 didn't get very much damage due to that. But the free pass this time now will go to the 40 of Dean Thompson, putting him back on the lead lap. So it's going to be 50 to go this time by under caution. Laps continuing to wind down. We're into the final quarter of this race. And with that, guys, make sure you guys take a moment to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're 1 like away from 20 likes, guys. Could we get there? I would appreciate it. Once again, guys, if you're a consistent viewer of the channel or you're interested in seeing more, I will not be live tomorrow for the Xfinity race, but I will be live on Sunday for the Cup race. Looking at the chat. Mario, how are you doing? Ball, hang on, you forgot the name. What are you talking about? There's another called Racing America on Plex 2. What are you talking about? Trying to catch up. Oh, yeah, Ball. Yeah, you got Flow Racing and Dirt Vision are kind of like the two big, apps or things to use to see dirt racing. Now, you have to pay for it, but I do recommend them. Yeah, it's going to be a 50-lap shootout to the finish now, Mark, but I think we're going to have a couple cautions that'll break up that shootout. And we've gotten another like. We're up to 20 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Up to 20 likes. I appreciate it. Make sure you continue to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. But yeah, now as we look at that running order again, and also as we look at that poll I have in the chat, majority of you guys are saying Majeski, a couple though for Enfinger, a couple for Nemechek. Nobody's banking on old Stu though right now. Nobody's banking on Stu. On your restart though, your top 6 of those kind of stayed the same. But it was back in the pack. Chandler Smith continued to move forward. He was up to 14th. Zane Smith was making up some ground before losing some spots in that caution. Yeah, and Lawless Allen's done for the day. He's gotten out of that truck. He'll be the 3rd car to go to the garage. Join Blake Lothian, and Spencer Boyd. Saying Blake Lothian like it's the Leviathan, ancient monster. Well, we've already had 8 cautions, and we still got 50 laps to go, so I would not be surprised if we see 10 cautions in this race. With the aggressive racing we've seen, especially back in the pack, we have seen it 4 wide on multiple occasions as the races have gone on here. Yeah, now they got that 45 truck up on the hook. But this is what I got to say, guys, is I think that they have an issue. I don't know if they're having issues getting enough safety crew members out there or what, But these cautions are taking forever. I mean, they just got to tow one truck off the racetrack, and it's taken them like 10 caution laps just to get it on the hook. But we're going to see now who hits pit road. I think hitting pit road here, now track position is key, but fresh tires definitely make a difference. So, I mean, if you're back outside, maybe if you're Zane Smith, if you're Chandler Smith outside the top 15, it might be worth it to come and take that last set of fresh tires with 45 to go, because you still have time to make up track position. Or if you're at the front, maybe you want to take that last set of tires. I don't know, because maybe you decide to pit and then you get offset by everybody behind you. Everybody else decides to stay out. We'll have to see. It looks like they got the tires up on the pit stall on that 23 truck. So it looks like Infinger will be coming to pit. Will anybody else around him? And I think pit road's going to be open this time. Who's coming to pit road? Or I think pit road's... And the 17 will come in, and the 38 will come in. Really, nobody decides to come into pit road. Only 2 or 3 trucks decide to come in, which I am really surprised by that. We've seen fresh tires be a pretty big advantage, and we're only seeing 2 or 3 trucks come in now. I mean, if I was running outside the top 20, I'd just come, because why not? Pretty surprised by that call there by a lot of the teams. I understand it if you're in the top 10, but yikes. We'll have to see how this strategy works out for these couple of guys that do take tires. We'll see if it really benefits them or not. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though, guys. Make sure you guys drop a like, because it helps more people see the stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though. We're already an hour and a half into this stream. Probably got another half an hour to 45 minutes to go. It's Majeski on the low side, though. Infinger on the high side. Then Friesen on the low side. Nemechek on the high side. So a repeat of the last restart. But the thing to keep your eyes on is Ben Rhodes, the third truck on the high side. He's got fresher tires than the guys around him. On the last restart, he made a bold move to the outside to pick up some spots. But right now, things are looking pretty desperate for the guys on the cut line. Eckes and Crafton, neither driver scored stage points tonight, and neither one's looking to be running too hot right now. Both of those guys, Eckes is 19 points below the cut line, and Crafton is 28 points below the cut line. So they are hoping to make up some ground here. And the green flag's in the air. Majeski down low, Infinger up high. Pretty even restart by both lanes this time. The inside does not get the jump like they have had the last couple times, but this time still through the turn one. Nemechek goes to the outside, making it 3 wide, but he's going to have to back out there and really check up. That was tight there. Yikes. Nemechek had to back out so he didn't get wrecked. But Majeski's just going to clear himself off the nose of the 23. The 23 is going to give the 66 a bit of a bump as they go through turn 1 and 2. The 23 is way up, almost against the wall, trying to get to the outside of the 66 as they go down the back straightaway, but he's not going to be able to do it. What a restart there, though, ladies and gents. Infinger still trying to get by Majeski on the high side. Majeski running down low, running a protective line. Your top 3 have already broken away from the field just a bit. It's Friesen in 4th place, who's holding up Ben Rhodes, and Carson Nosevar behind him. $40 to go here at IRP. But on the fresh tires, back in the pack, you have, oh goodness, back in the pack, trying to work their way forward. Zane Smith with the fresh tires. He's already up to 21st. He's picking up about 2 spots a lap right now. Meanwhile, Chandler Smith's up to 12th place. He's trying to get back into the top 10 with that damaged race truck. But it's Majeski who still leads now. He's growing that lead back up to almost over a second over Grant Infinger. And Majeski, it looks like tonight really might be his night. As the laps continue to wind down, his lead continues to grow. He's just hoping we don't see another caution. Our longest run of the night has only been about 20 laps, but we still got 40 laps to go. Tonight, Ty Majeski has led more laps than in his entire career combined. And Zane Smith has worked his way up to 18th place. He's continuing his charge forward. Meanwhile, a playoff driver that is dropping in a hurry, Christian Eckes, has dropped from 13th to 20th so far on this run. But the fresh tires definitely seem to be the smart play by Zane Smith. He's up to 18th place, which is higher than he was running before he got the tires. 35 to go. 35 to go. The lead for Infinger, for the lead for Majeski, is now up to 1.2 seconds. And Zane Smith's looking to go by Johnny Sauter for 17th place. And Matty D has gotten by Tanner Gray. That's going to put him into the top 10. Solid run for De Benedetto in that 25 truck. That now he's just been announced to be returning to that truck full time in 2023. All right, now Majeski's picking up about 1/10 of a second on second place each lap. So Majeski's just hoping to hold on for 33 more laps. It looks like Chandler Smith's run forward is kind of stalled out in 14th place. Meanwhile, Zane Smith continues to move forward on the fresh tires. He's up to 16th. Matt Crafton, though, continuing to fade backward. He's back to 17th. And Christian Eckes has dropped outside of the top 20. A terrible turn of events for Christian Eckes. Ben Rhodes looking to get under Stuart Friesen for 4th place. Still can't quite find a way by. But Eckes continues to slowly fall back. He's under pressure from Jesse Little now for 21st. If I'm Christian Eckes, I'm worried about going a lap down. I don't know if he's got an issue or if the truck's just handling that bad. He was up in the top 10 the majority of the first half of the night, but now he can't even run inside the top 20. And Zane Smith's trying to get by Chandler Smith. Last time he was trying to do that, both of them ended up in the wall. It looks like that pass is going to stick this time, but he's not going to just clear Chandler Smith. He might also clear Derek Kraus in the same corner. And Zane Smith is now up to 13th place as he continues to charge forward on the fresh tires. Zane Smith up to 13th. If we get another caution in the next 10 laps or so, I think just about everybody's going to come to pit road because fresh tires definitely are making a huge difference. Zane Smith should easily be able to crack into the top 10 before the end of this race. Majeski's lead's now up to almost 2 seconds over Grant Infinger. The only thing is, though, is Ty Majeski, even though he does have this big lead, when we saw the leader encounter lap traffic under the last green flag run, he lost quite a bit of track position. John Hunter Nemechek was leading late in stage 1, but he caught lap traffic with about 5 to go in the stage and lost about a 2-second lead. If Majeski catches lap traffic, will that allow Infinger and Nemechek to close back in? Whoa, the 99 makes a bit of contact to the corner panel of the 52. Also, Zane Smith's not the only guy with fresh tires moving forward. Taylor Gray is up to 10th place. He's picked up 16 spots since the restart. But yeah, your leaders will be catching lap traffic in the next 3 to 4 laps, it looks like, and they'll be catching heavy lap traffic. And Ben Rhodes is by Friesen. He's up to 4th place. But it's taken him so long to pass that 52. The next truck is quite a bit ways up the road. Zane Smith's up to 12th place. He's trying to catch Matt DiBenedetto now. Meanwhile, Ty Majeski is starting to catch that lap traffic. He puts Chad Chastain another lap down. And because that high line is so much faster than any other line on the racetrack, when you have to take a deferring line to get around this lap traffic, it really does cost you about a tenth or two a lap. And now he's got lap trucks running nose to tail in front of him. And how is he going to go around him? He's going to the inside of the 61 and the 44 and 3 and 4. He's going to be able to clear both of them pretty easily as he slides up the racetrack. His lead's down to 2.5 from 2 seconds. And the next truck he's got to go through is Jack Wood. This is really going to be testing the patience of that 66. You don't want to be over-aggressive and, get involved in an incident with one of these lapped cars, but you don't want to be too patient and get caught up to by 2nd place. Taylor Gray is up to 9th place on those fresh tires. He's really the one charging on the fresh tires. He might be able to get into the top 5. I don't think he'll be able to catch the leader with 22 laps left. He's also 9 seconds off the leader, but question still is, are we going to get another caution or not? If we get another caution, do you come and get tires or do you not? Tires definitely making a difference. Ty Majeski, now that he hasn't had to deal with lap traffic this lap, he's made that lead go back up to 2 seconds. But this time he catches a lap truck kind of in a bad spot, that 35. Off the turn 4 corner exit, he has to get out of the gas a little bit extra. 20 to go here, though. The laps continue to wind down. He's going to put the 35 a lap down. That was tight, though. And the next truck in front of him is Dean Thompson. And not too far up the road, though, is another playoff driver, Christian Eckes. Only a couple more lap trucks ahead. Eckes is going to definitely fight to stay on the lead lap, I would expect. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Yeah, Ball, if we get a caution and you have fresh tires left, you might as well lose them. I mean, you might as well use them. Not lose them. I want to give a shout out to Colby Howard and Tyler Ankrum, 2 guys that are having great runs tonight, been in the top 10 the majority of the night. Great runs for those smaller teams. But also shout out to Lane Riggs, making his Truck Series debut in the 62 truck, is running inside the top 15 right now at 20 to go. Also, Corey Himes gotten by Carson Hocevar for 6th place. He's your highest running non-playoff driver. Oh, oops. Yeah, your leader's starting to come up on some more lap traffic. Blaine Perkins, Haley Deegan, Timmy Hill. $15 to go this time by for Ty Majeski as he's continuing to have to work this lap traffic. Grant Invinger's been able to close the lead down from 2 seconds to 1.3 seconds. Yeah, if we had a caution at this point, you cannot come for tires, guys. You're going to get restarted with about maybe 9 or 8 laps to go, and you're going to have to pass at least 10 cars probably. So, also, Colby Howard trying to get underneath Carson Hocevar. Hocevar really fading on this long run right now. Hocevar has got passed by Hyman. Now he's got Howard and Taylor Gray about to get by him. Also, Ty Majeski's caught lap trucks that are side by side, the 1 and the 9 battling side by side. How's the 66 going to be able to get by him? Also, Grant Envinger has closed back in on the 66 truck as he's had to work this lap traffic. The lead's down to almost just half a second. Grant Envinger has caught your leader. It's just a half a second now. Grant Envinger has caught Ty Majeski with 13 to go. As Ty Majeski's getting held up by lap traffic, he cannot find his way around Blaine Perkins. Majeski trying to go low on Blaine Perkins, and he's going to be able to make the pass happen this time, but Enfinger's going to cross him over. Envinger to the inside of Ty Majeski down the back straightaway. They're side by side, neck and neck. Majeski on the high side, Envinger on the low line. Through 3 and 4, Majeski's going to have the preferred line off corner exit, but there's going to be the lap truck of Haley Deegan not too far ahead of him. Where does Deegan go? Does Deegan get out of the way? Envinger's going to lead that lap. He's almost clear of Ty Majeski, but as these guys battle, another truck's also entering the equation. John Nemechek's not too far behind these guys either. Nemechek's also within a second of these leaders. And Grant Envinger to the lead with 11 to go. Ty Majeski led for so long here in the final stage, but he's going to lose the lead after getting caught up by lap traffic with 11 to go. But it's not over for Envinger just yet. He's going to have to work through more lap traffic as well. But Ty Majeski now also has to worry about holding off Nemechek, who's just behind him, and Ben Rhodes is also closing in on him. Meanwhile, Carson Hocevar has gotten passed by Taylor Gray. Oh, and Colby Howard, and Colby Howard's around, and he brings out the caution. Colby Howard around and into the outside wall hard. He's slapped that thing driver's side. I think he's probably hooked by somebody. He's trying to get that thing fired back up. Oh, that is just such a tough break for Colby Howard. He was in the top 10 all day. And it looks like he was battling with Carson Hocevar. He gives Hocevar a bit of a shot. And then what is... And Hocevar just... Oh... Oh, boy. Hocevar's got one coming to him now. Hocevar's got one coming to him now. Howard gave Hocevar a bit of a bump, got him loose and out of the group. Ended his night. That is... Hocevar just right hooked into the corner panel of the 91 down the front straightaway. Turn left, not right, but... Wow. I don't even know what... Howard gave the 42 a bit of a shot, just a bit, Didn't even... He probably only costed him the position that he was passing him for. And Hocevar just hooks left into him. The 42 actually has a bit of damage now on the left front. I want to hear your guys. What are your guys' thoughts on that accident there? Hocevar just left hooked the corner panel of the 19 and sent him right into the wall. And I think that's just a bit too of a hot head mistake there by Hocevar. You're still going to finish in the top 10 with 8 to go. You just get knocked out of the way, lose one spot, but instead you decide to right hook a guy, put him head on into the wall, end of night. You also, a guy who is having a great run inside the top 10. I was saying Colby Howard was inside the top 10 all night in that 91 machine, and instead he just gets put in the wall. Meanwhile, Hocevar might have to pit anyways. This could almost be like a karma moment for Hocevar. Hocevar might be forced into coming to pit road because he's got something pointing out on the front of the truck. And also, your leaders are going to hit pit road, but Nemechek's going to stay out. Your top 4 of your top 5 hit pit road, but Nemechek stays out. And everybody behind him is going to hit pit road, it looks like, just about. And then it looks like Nemechek's going to stay out, and maybe 1 or 2 other trucks with him, but yikes. Ball GB, you say Hocevar should be disqualified for that move. And you know what, personally, I do think there should be some sort of penalty for that move. Or not some sort of, or not a penalty, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there should be some sort of penalty for that move. But you can't really penalize that move at the same time, because then you have to penalize everything like that in a way. Because, yeah, like, there's payback, and then there's, like, just totally wrecking a guy. Like, if you would have just forced him up the track, and kind of doored him into the wall a bit, that's one thing. But, I mean, he just blatantly hooked him head-on into the wall. Very similar to Noah Gregson's move. I would say that's basically Noah Gregson's move at Road America. The difference is Gregson's move caught up a lot more cars. So now we're going to see how many trucks stayed out. And I think about 4 or 5 trucks probably stayed out. So it's going to be about 4 to go, and these guys are going to have to work. So it's Nemechek, Gray, Ankrum, Smith, DiBenedetto, Riggs, Sauter, Self, Little, Hacker. So you have 10 trucks that stayed out. I think your top 10 all stayed out off the racetrack. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It looks like we're going to have a green-white checkered, actually. It's 4 to go, and we're still not yet coming to the choose cone. We're going to have a green-white checkered here. Mark, you're thinking the 4 of Nemechek's going to win now? I don't know. It's going to be close. He's going to have to hold on because he's going to have a lot of guys behind him that would be willing to give it all. A lot of guys that haven't won yet in their career. Yeah, your top 10 stayed out on the racetrack, so I don't see the fresh tires being able to work through 10 trucks in just 2 laps. So if we get a caution and another restart, then possibly. Still 25 trucks on the lead lap. Your free pass on that last caution was the 9 of Blaine Perkins. But Colby Howard's going to the garage. He joins Spencer Boyd, Blake Lothian, Lawless Allen, Josh Raum. So that's now 5 trucks out of the race. But it's Nemechek going to take the high side. Taylor Gray will take the low side. Then Anchor will go high. Zane Smith will go low. So the 2 trucks on the high side are on old tires, and the 2 trucks on the low side are not on the freshest tires, but they're on about 20-lap fresher tires than the other 2. So I think Taylor Gray might be in position to get his first ever Truck Series win. Zane Smith's also right back in the mix, but then you have to see how will Ty Majeski and those guys on fresh tires work their way back through the field. And so it's going to be 2 to go when we get the green flag. Green, white, checkered. Nemechek on the high side, Taylor Gray on the inside. Are we going to see another caution? Can Nemechek hold on? Here they come off turn 4. Nemechek versus Gray. The green flag's in the air. 2 to go. Who's going to get it done? Oh, boy, I don't know. I don't think they're going to make it around to the white flag without a caution. Here they come. The 4 spins the tires just a bit, and Taylor Gray is to the lead. Taylor Gray's to the lead. How about that, guys? The 17 truck to the point. The 38 also trying to clear the 4. Here they come off turn 2. They make it through cleanly so far. The 13, though, and the 62 door each other just a bit. But the 4 truck's diving it up the inside of the 17. Oh, and the 17 truck's around. Nemechek spins the 17. Nemechek spins the 17. Oh! Heartbreak for Taylor Gray. Nemechek, the what? It wasn't even the, I guess, I don't know. You gave it everything, but like. I mean, Taylor Gray did everything cleanly. I mean, he passed the 4 cleanly, and he just gets dumped. If I'm Taylor Gray, I think there's payback coming to the 4. Oh, my goodness. You just costed me a win. That is just uncalled for. I mean, yeah. You just got dumped. And the only thing I do have to say, though, is that there's no way. The 4 is not winning this race now. The 38 is now coming at him on fresh tires. But also, we have to see, where's the highest running car on fresh tires? I think it might be Ty Majeski. Oh, I think Infinger. Infinger's all the way up to 4th place. So Infinger's up to 4th. Majeski's up to 6th. Oh, those fresh tires might be able to get there. They might be able to get there. Infinger's all the way up to 4th. Majeski's up to 6th. I think that we're in overtime now, guys. And that's our 10th caution of the day. The free pass is Chase Purdy. But, yeah, oh, boy. Yeah, Nemechek just dumps Taylor Gray. Oh, if I'm Taylor Gray, I am not happy at all. Well, that wasn't even the last lap, Mark. It wasn't even the last lap. That's all I have to say is that I feel like that was just uncalled for. If it was the white last corner, last lap, it's like, okay, it's whatever. There's still a whole nother lap, and you just dump a guy with 2 to go. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We got 30 people watching right now. We only got 20 likes. Can we get up to 25 likes before this thing's over? Yeah, now we're in NASCAR overtime. Our first attempt at overtime, but I think the fresh tires are going to get there. Grant Enfinger Grant Enfinger's all the way up to 4th place on the fresh tires. I think he's getting there. Oh boy, man, that is tough. Also, I misspoke. Jack Wood is the free pass, not Chase Purdy. Jack Wood is the free pass. That puts 26 trucks back on the lead lap. Also, I assume now Taylor Gray's going to come and hit and get some fresh tires. Why not? Still, I mean, all your playoff guys right now running inside the top 19. But can Nemechek hold on? And I think there might, if Nemechek doesn't win this race, I think there might be a post-race confrontation between him and Taylor Gray. If I'm Taylor Gray, I'm walking up to him and I'm being like, "What the heck, man? You just dumped me with 2 to go, like, and you didn't even try to pass me at all. I passed you cleanly, and you just don't even try to pass me. You just drive right through me." Eric, what happened to the 42? Hocevar, well, he dumped the 91 truck for I'd say it was a bit of an overreaction, but pretty uncalled for. So he's definitely got one coming from Colby Howard, I would say. And then I would also say that but then on that caution, he decided to hit pit road, take fresh tires, as well as quite a few other trucks. But he's now not that many trucks actually came to pit road, so he's all the way back in 17th. But now it's Nemechek up on the high side, Zane Smith on the low side, Ankrum on the high side, Enfinger on the low side, Riggs on the high side, DiBenedetto on the low side. So you have Zane Smith with fresher tires than Nemechek and Ankrum, but then you have Enfinger with basically brand new tires fresher than everybody else. I think Enfinger is going to drive down low, make it 3 wide on the inside in turns 1 and 2 here on this restart. But also, shout out to Lane Riggs in the 62 truck. In his first ever start is running in 5th place with 2 to go. How about that? But the pace truck pulls off. It's going to be green-white checkered. Nemechek on the high side, Zane Smith on the low side. Then you have Enfinger with fresh tires. Here they come to the Geico restart zone. The 38 spins the tires big time. 38 spins the tires big time. That's going to allow Nemechek to kind of hold his own on the high side. Oh, but the 38 doors the 4 truck into the wall. Zane Smith puts Nemechek into the wall. Oh, my goodness. Zane Smith to the lead, but Enfinger now coming for Zane Smith. Zane Smith trying to get to the inside. Enfinger trying to get the inside of Zane Smith as they come off of turn 4. It's going to be green. Enfinger's got the slight advantage. Can they make it all the way around with the green flag? Enfinger's going to clear Zane Smith. Enfinger to the lead as they come off of turn 2. Grant Enfinger is your leader. Then it's Zane Smith. Ben Rhodes trying to get past Zane Smith for 2nd place now. Oh my goodness. Grant Enfinger's going to win at IRP. How about that? Then Ben Rhodes, Zane Smith, Friesen, Heim, Ankrum, Lane Riggs in his first ever start finishes 7th. Then you have Majeski, Crafton, Nemechek just holds on for a top 10. DeBenedetto, Sauter, Deegan, Kraus, and Little your top 15. Eckes, Timmy Hill, Chandler Smith, Self, and Gralla your top 20. And Hocevar, Gray, Hacker, Wood your top 25. Oh my goodness. But guys, I think we might see some post-race fighting here. Zane Smith puts Nemechek in the wall. And then you also have Nemechek who spun Gray from the lead. And you have Colby Howard who got dumped by Hocevar into the wall. Oh my goodness. But Grant Enfinger comes out on top as the winner, gets his first win of the season. A big win for this team. They were the 9th seed coming into the playoffs. Kind of just snuck in on pure consistency. And now they get a win here to start off the playoffs. How about that? But it wasn't even a fluke win. This 23 truck led quite a few times today. They were out front for 4 times for 13 laps. They were in the top 5, I'd say, basically the entire race. How about that for Grant Enfinger? But I want to keep my eyes on some of these other guys on pit road. Are we going to see any fights? Oh, my goodness. But before you guys go, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We'll be live again on Sunday for the Cup race. Oh, my goodness. Big win for Enfinger here at IRP. The first time the trucks are back at the track in 10 years, and the race does not disappoint. An overtime finish to remember, with Enfinger coming from 11th place, or actually coming from 12th place to the win in the last 2 restarts. I forgot that's the GMS truck. GMS has kind of taken a step back in the truck series after, putting all that effort into their new Cup Series team. But it looks like they've turned it on here in the playoffs when it really matters. This is Grant's 7th career win. Didn't realize he had that many. I thought maybe he had like 3 or 4, but 7th career win for him. Locks him into the round of 8. We'll have to get an update, though, on the playoff standings, though, here in just a moment. I assume it's going to be the 98 truck of Christian Eckes and the 88 of Matt Crafton, quite a bit below the cut line. Neither one of those guys scored any stage points, and Crafton finished, Crafton finished 9th, so he's able to just salvage a top 10. And some other guys didn't end up finishing very well, like Hocevar or Chandler Smith. But then Eckes finished 16th, so I think Eckes is probably going to be the lowest of all these guys. Nemechek. So him and the 17 did talk. Taylor Gray. Okay. Nemechek's like, sometimes you're the bug and sometimes you're the windshield, and tonight I was the bug, except he was like the windshield, and then right after he was the windshield, he became the bug. And Zane Smith really did just straight up door the Ford truck into the wall on that final restart. So yeah, it does seem like Nemechek, not super upset with Zane Smith, because, he didn't totally total him. I mean, they're going for the win. But also, he's like, I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to keep that in mind, for later when it really matters. Okay, so now we have the playoff standings. Oh, wait 1 sec. We now have the playoff standings, and it's Eckes and Crafton are tied below the cut line, -7. Hocevar just in +7. Majeski +19. Chandler Smith and John Nemechek +24. Friesen +28. Ben Rhodes +36. And Zane Smith +50. So Zane Smith and Ben Rhodes, I'd be feeling pretty safe. Everybody else, not so much. And Hocevar, Crafton, and Eckes, I would definitely not be feeling very comfortable. But I think any of these 10 trucks definitely could win a race on any given weekend. We just saw today, basically all of these trucks were pretty competitive. The next race in the playoffs is in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks at Richmond on a Friday night. Another short track, yeah. And then after that, it's at Kansas. That'll be the cutoff race. So a bit of a break in between Richmond and Kansas. Yeah, it'll be another night race at Richmond, 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. But appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We're going to be calling this one here. We're 1 like away from 25. If we get to 25 likes before I turn this off, I'd appreciate it. We'll be live on Sunday for the Cup race. See you guys in that one. Yeah, Ball, there was no post-race boxing match. Very surprisingly to me. I really thought they were going to go at it. Yeah, Racer Fan 99, Grant Enfinger back to first win since 2020. I know, pretty big win for him as well as that team. Trying to get that team back on track. And with that, guys, we're going to end the stream here. See you guys the next one. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out.